Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris McCarthy here, and this is the Earn It Battleground. Today in the Battleground, I've got my top 3 body weight exercises for those shredded abs. All right, guys, let's get to work. The first exercise is going to be V-ups. Now, a V-up is kind of a extreme version of the sit-up. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay on the ground like we're in that sit-up position, but instead of just kind of crunching up in that position with our knees up, we're actually just gonna hinge right at the waist, so it creates that kind of a V motion here. So once you get your timing down, it takes a little bit while to kind of get the timing and the balance down, but once you do, you can probably rep quite a few of these out in succession without a lot of like falling back and forth. So first off, we want to kind of lay down here on the ground here. We're gonna have our feet together, knees together, and we're gonna extend our hands up over our head. From that point, what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna be hinging at the waist, forming that little V there. As we bring our legs up, we're also bringing our hands up. The goal is to basically touch our hands right here on our shins. So we're gonna lean all the way back. Now from here, you're gonna, it's like I said, it's gonna take a little bit for you guys to work on your balance. You're gonna come up, touch your shins, and then back down. Come up, touch your shins, back down. Really squeezing those abs at the top. Now, once you get that down, you can start to really kind of rep through these pretty quickly. Make sure you're pointing your toes, keeping those feet together, keeping the knees together, and just tapping those hands on your shins, folding there at the waist. So that's my first exercise, body weight exercise for shredded abs. Those are V-ups. Second one we're gonna move into today is gonna be seated in and out. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do it on a bench, but if you don't have a bench or some type of a box you can sit on, you can go ahead and do them on the floor. So first off, I'll show you them on the floor. Once you get to doing them on the bench though, you get to a little advantage of bringing your feet down a little bit farther so you get a fuller range of motion. But first here on the floor, we're gonna put our hands behind our hips here, our feet are together, our knees together, and then we're gonna lean back about 45 degrees. Now from here, we're gonna extend our feet out, and then we're just gonna curl our feet in, all the way out, all the way in. So these are the seated in and outs on the ground. Now what you're gonna see is I'm gonna get up on a bench here. Let me pull it in a little closer for you. And from here, what we're gonna end up doing though, is since we're seated on this bench, now we get to actually bring our feet down a little bit further. So we're gonna get a wider and further range of motion. But once again, hands go behind those hips. We're gonna lean back about 45 degrees. Knees are together, feet are together. Now from here, see now my feet are way down lower. So you're really gonna be working the lower abs more than you would if you're just sitting on the floor. So from here, come all the way up, all the way down. So my feet are going down below, and I'm getting a longer range of motion, working the lower abs, all the way through the mid abs, all the way up to the top, at that top peak there when you bring those knees up. So those are the seated in and outs. That's the second movement. And the third movement we're gonna end up doing today is gonna be high-low plank. So now we're gonna get into a plank position and really work on concentrating, building that strong core strength. And these are high-low abs, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be in a plank position, but then we're gonna go down to the low position on our elbows, back up to the high position, and we're gonna alternate back and forth. So first off, we wanna get in that plank position. A couple things on this. Make sure that your wrists, elbows, shoulders are all in a line. We don't wanna be behind our hands or up over the top of our hands. Now when we get in this plank position, make sure you're not sagging your hips down or piking up. Nice plank position. Now from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start on the right side. We're gonna come down to our elbow, and then we're gonna come down to our elbow on the left side. Now we're gonna go back up from here on the right side and back up on the left side. Then I like to alternate. So instead of going back down to the right side, now I switch it off to the left. Keeps it nice and even in balance as you're going back and forth. Also, while you're doing this transition, make sure you are really paying attention to your core and maintaining that core strength, and you're not sagging down and you're not piking up. So from here, we'll start on the right side, to the elbow on the left, then back up to the right, back up to the left. Now I'm bringing the left down, left up, right up. And I just alternate this, making sure I'm focusing on that core, keeping it solid the entire time, and making sure that those elbows, shoulders, wrists are all in a line right there. So that is my third exercise of the top 3 best body weight exercise for shredded abs. Now, if you want to go ahead and do a workout for this, I suggest doing 10 to 15 reps of each of those movements for a set of 4 sets. And then in between each of those sets, go ahead and rest for 1 minute. But as always, if you really want to intensify this workout and you want to start burning fat while you're actually building the muscle and improving your core even more, go ahead and pick up that jump rope. Instead of resting in between each of those rounds for 1 minute, go ahead and jump rope for 1 minute in between each of those rounds. All right, guys, those are my top 3 body weight exercises for shredded abs. As always, down in the comment section, let me know what you think of this. Let me know what else you want to see, and I'll do my best to bring it to you. Make sure you check out earnit247.com to sign up for my free daily marching orders. And then also, I'll see you right back here tomorrow on the battleground.